Previously on Seattle by Night. At the end of the previous night, the coterie busies itself with various activities. Alvin's den mother inquisition still fresh in their minds. Alvin's making calls, sending emails, particularly to the dean, and trying to get a read on who is cozying up or taking an interest in the members of the Rotary Club. Also trying to subtly make the dorms and campus more secure. Also, to the Rotary Club members themselves, and indirect, more subtle things like posting on university forums about watching out for each other because campus and dorm crimes are on the rise nationwide. He also gets to work on fleshing out his new alternate identity and giving Kyle the current car registered in his name, while planning to get something else for himself. He has a whole new to-do list before he can even check out his new penthouse. Things to ensure he doesn't just immediately give the game away when he goes there for the first time. Alvin also makes a note of the impending holiday of Halloween for his staff, to ensure mortals are appeased. Not that he phrases it quite like that, of course. Meanwhile, Olivia is just outside the Devil's Footstool, dreading what Lyra will say after what she learned tonight. Drumming up her courage, Olivia walks in, holding out the foot statue as a shield. Lyra greets her cheerfully. Conversation runs down multiple side tangents, as every time Olivia tries to progress to confess, Lyra somehow passively distracts her with some other new little side tangent. But eventually, Olivia can finally force it down the road it needs to go, and admits the whole Giovanni Mansion stakeout in her bright pink car. And derailed again, and again. Eventually, though, the story does get out. And Olivia braces for punishment and anger. And Lyra just says she did a dum-dum, admits she should probably spank her, and Lyra largely dismisses Giovanni's paranoia like it's not something she needs to worry about because she has friends, leaving Olivia in a weird void devoid of punishment after spending a couple hours bracing for one. Olivia asks Lyra about her friends, and is reminded of how the local clan Bruja Lyra counts among them, or how many of the local clan. Ashley, having left the bagel, sits in the backseat of Dr. Thorne's car, trying to put herself back together. Her sire reminds her that they are alone, and she can fall apart for a moment if she wishes, as they are neither with the coterie nor in the chantry. She does so, and Dr. Thorne apologizes for not being there sooner, though he does inquire how Alvin let this happen, to which Ashley responds that she hasn't let him know about what's going on, nor the dangers Lucio presents. Ashley's desire to distance them from the Giovanni mess has not worked out at all, and woe on her for thinking she can separate Alvin from his own friend Rocco. There's more going on than just her problems. Ashley shares the details of her encounter with Lucio, and her sire takes the long route home, giving her time to talk and put herself back together. He's less understanding, much less so, when she reveals her mistake with Lyra's car. Pius is on his way home, and when he does, he is immediately body slammed by his sister. At this rate, she's going to break his body to go with the door. But in short order, she starts steering Pius by his shoulders towards his sire. Cassandra has calmed down a bit from the Elysium gathering, but still more than a little irritated with his recent absentee streak. After threatening once more to get Lynette to put a temporary halt on his lessons, Cassandra drags Pius along for family time. A movie night, apparently. Western movie night, as apparently they are on his schedule, one Pius doesn't know because he's not been here enough. Apparently, the Nosferatu clan regularly watching movies in their den with a tarp and a projector as a projector screen is normal. For them. It's oddly charming, kind of, if you like Pius's taste in things. Or perhaps that's just the Nosferatu blood talking. In any case, they enjoy an old black and white western. The next night, Alvin awakens to learn his crew is celebrating. Jess has brought cupcakes, and something really nice happened for her family today. A rather large, outstanding medical debt that threatened to claim their house has been paid in full by an anonymous individual. Kyle and Alvin both find this suspicious, and Alvin tasks Kyle to seek Mark Flowers to give him a note asking for some of his time. Alvin also lets his staff know that they will close a little early for Halloween the following night. Olivia wakes up in the pseudo-dormitories of the catacombs, being licked on the face by a species of big lion-sized cat she's never seen before, though it quickly bounds off. The others, various individuals seeking shelter, are going about getting ready for the night. She leaves the sleeping room and finds Elio and Yulia talking pleasantly with each other. She thinks they look cute together, but then asks them about the large cat licking her earlier. Yulia realizes what she's talking about and mentions she doesn't do that to all the newcomers, and that it's called a Kiefer cat, and that they are incredibly rare. Olivia also asks about their two different faiths and how they reconcile it with being kindred. Father Vitale tells Olivia of the Book of Nod, the writings of Cain himself, supposedly, though the originals is long since lost. Most modern night productions are often by and large fakes, but the important commonality thing is the promise of salvation, Golconda, that the Archangel Gabriel gave to Cain the possibility of redemption. Olivia then asks Julia how she became the high priestess of the renewed cult of Vesta. She says it was bestowed on her by the carrier of the last ember of the sacred flame of Rome, which now burns there in the catacombs. Before leaving, Olivia gives Julia an adder stone, and Vitali an unlit candle with special significance. Ashley awakens in her room at the chantry. A note on the door tells her Dr. Thorne wants to see her before she leaves to go about whatever she intends to do tonight, and he makes sure that she is well, promises to have what information he can on her family by the following night, and encourages her to have a good night with her coterie. After departing the chantry, she doesn't head directly for the bagel, but instead continues leaving marks across the city. Pius awakens to something large and squirming on top of him. He thinks it squeakers, and tries to flick its butt cheek, but only flicks something much larger, prompting Belle to complain about where he's poking. She also tells him she is not into that, and bounces up and frets. Matthias is still held down by virtue of being tied to the wall on one side with chains. Belle says Mom was a little paranoid about him bolting off without saying anything again. Cassandra says he can be let out, but not without commenting on how late he sleeps in. She also chides Pius that it's his own fault for always slipping out without saying anything. She does, however, encourage Pius to bond with his coterie, and to drop by to say hi whenever he's going to his haven, and to maybe, just maybe, attend movie night more regularly. Cassandra also threatens to check with Alvin and make sure Pius wasn't causing problems for him, prompting Pius to admit to things. Chiding ensues. Back at the bagel, night has well and truly fallen. Only a few of the crew left, one of whom, Lucy, is riding the heck of all sugar highs, having apparently eaten at least 10 cupcakes. At least. There may have been more when no one was looking. Jim, Lucy, and Jess are the ones left when the knock comes at the door, and outside is Mark Flowers. Alvin invites Mark inside after confessing his surprise. Mark mentions Waif telling him about Alvin's plans to open for night business. They talk about Alvin's plans, though Mark's lack of understanding of the internet makes things interesting for Alvin to explain. Though the Bruja does reference telegrams, telephones, and faxes. Alvin calls it a wild frontier. Mark asks him if he's ever been in a wild frontier, prompting a discussion of dangers. As they discuss, Lucy heads out to get picked up, while Jess is looking to head home. But with her absence, Alvin can speak more openly. Mark quickly admits to being the one that saved Jess's parents' house. They talk more of Alvin's plans and the enemies he faces, though the young Ventru frequently mentions Jess's safety, possibly trying to pull some aid from the Anarch, prompting Mark to get the wrong idea and tell Alvin that the Ventru would not be allowed to embrace her. As they talk, Ashley arrives and Alvin lets her in. They continue to converse, and Ashley apologizes for Dr. Thorne's behavior the previous night. She also promises to tell him things in the future, aside from things she's promised to keep secret. And Alvin gets both her and Mark a coffee and a cupcake. And Ashley confesses to tagging the city. Alvin makes an X comment, and Mark thinks she's looking for her lover. But Alvin brings the conversation back to Jess, and the possibility of ghouling her. Mark doesn't care for the idea, but says that he will give Alvin a month. A month to potentially bring Primogen Longwell to heel. Olivia arrives, and despite the door being unlocked, she still squishes her face against the glass for a moment before entering properly. Alvin offers her a coffee, and Olivia steals a bite from Ashley's strawberry cupcake. Then all that's left is for her to greet Mark. Alvin shares Mark's relation to Jess and says why he's here. Pius arrives, sneaking in through the front door with Obfuscate. Olivia and Mark both notice. Olivia tackle glomps the air, which breaks Pius's obfuscate. Alvin offers coffee to Pius, but Pius can't enjoy it. But the Nosferatu does offer it and the cupcake to Squeakers and Comstock instead. Olivia wants to write Jess and a thank you note. Squeakers, however, is busy helping Pius basically tie a napkin together with crumbs and leftovers of the cupcake so he can take it home to Nibbles and their kids. Olivia asks Mark about the Book of Nod, but the man makes no promises. The Anarch Bruja takes his leave. Alvin asks after about the others' states of being for at the moment. Pius asks the slightly older vampire what he needs to do to get a gym, prompting Alvin to give a spiel about ghouls and responsibilities, not unlike a parent telling their kids what a responsibility pets are. But eventually, talk turns to possible plans for tomorrow for Halloween. Pius inquires as to who can get him in contact with Toby. Ashley says Tobias. Pius says they are going to egg some houses. Ashley objects. This yes no goes on back and forth for quite a long time. Alvin, meanwhile, reveals that the bagel will not be his primary haven much longer, but doesn't say anything more about where he's going. All-day decorative ideas and pick-your-own-bucket talks commence. While they do, Olivia ponders things, like Primage Longwell's rectal stick, and thinks he'd be quite the attractive man if it wasn't for it. Assuming it was just one. She peers into a cup of sugary cream cheese that Kane himself is unsure how it got there, remembering that from a night other than tonight. Alvin asks if she's all right, and Olivia babbles some grade A fortune teller cryptic messages about revenge back at Alvin. Alvin appropriately assumes it to be something for Devil's Night, but Olivia denies that, muttering about dedication and special events. Now, even Ashley's concerned, given the un-Olivia-like depths this conversation is going to. It would be best for the others not to know what Olivia was picturing then, and Ashley distracts with talk of decorating for Halloween. Unfortunately, all it takes is one wrong set of words for Ashley to send Olivia to go depart to the basement, throwing the mysteriously appeared cup of cream cheese and sugar into the trash as she does so, and it takes a long moment for Ashley to realize she may have been short with her. Alvin finally returns from the closet with supplies, but realizes something's happened. Downstairs, Olivia is falling apart, and one of her voices is being a little too joyously brutal and knocking her down. Upstairs, Alvin is giving dead motherly advice to Ashley, particularly about joke delivery, while at the same time removing the cup of cream cheese and sugar and cleaning it up as best he can. There we go. The crunch of potato chips leads to the discovery of Waif perched up in a corner near the ceiling, eating chips and counting off with her fingers Alvin's correct or mostly correct points. The only one that's not, at least in the trash panda of an elder's eyes, is Olivia, knowing better about blood sorcery. Mostly finishing her bag of chips, Waif lays out some advice of her own to the two, about 3 types of coteries: the ones that end out well, the ones that fall apart, and the ones that die, sometimes through no real fault of their own beyond wrong place, wrong time, or bad luck, which she seems to believe quite firmly are 2 separate things, and the way she speaks seems to almost indicate she survived the 3rd type of coterie at some point. Before promptly ruining the moment and shooing Ashley on to go speak to Olivia. Downstairs, Olivia pushes a certain personality's hand out of the way to see what Ashley wants. The conversation that follows is intimate, detailed, and gifts are exchanged somewhere along the way, as Ashley confides in her regnant all of her darkest secrets. All but the darkest, the one for the time ahead, though she does hint at it. Friendship patch, trust renewed. The female half of the Vampires 4 return up the stairs to the Bagel's main room. What will they find there, and what's been going on in their absence? Back upstairs, shortly after Ashley left, Waif stares at Alvin for a moment, looking incredibly goofy with her hands covering her ears. And we find ourselves at the present. Let me gulp that down.
That was a slurp from a can.
Indeed. And while Waif is staring at Alvin, looking incredibly goofy with her hands covering her ears, Pius is across the room, sitting in a corner, and hasn't really been paying attention to much of any of this. Why? Because the Nosferatu has been getting his ass thoroughly kicked, figuratively speaking. How? Or by who? Comstock. The manner of figurative kicks? Paper football. In Pius's defense, the bat has to be cheating. Just because wings aren't mentioned directly in the rules shouldn't mean the bat should get to use his whole wing to block and kick. And the winged rodent has two of them. Pius only gets to use one hand's fingers to flick the ball, because the rules say so. But since they don't limit wings, this little rascal's going ham. Someone should really make a movie about this sort of loophole, albeit with something more normal, like maybe a dog. But then it would probably spawn a whole host of unrelated or semi-related sequels. Airbud releases in 2 years, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say Airbud.
That was funny. He would do that too, that little stinker.
Hmm.
Ouch.
You think they're gonna put it back together? Leif says, looking down at Alvin, her ears still covered.
Oh, by this point, Alvin's already deep into his other preparations he's got to do.
Fair enough. A Leif will jump down from her perch, where she was bracing up in the corner with her legs, and land behind the counter. Rummaging sounds commence. So, what you planning on doing? Halloween stuff?
The mortals will get their decorations and their little events.
Ooh, we could have real zombies up here.
I don't
I
recommend that.
wouldn't. Wait, where would you get zombies?
The store.
Leif stares at Pius.
They sell
Poor-
like those lifelike zombies at Halloween party stores, and like Pius is just starting to sweat.
Nice save.
Her eyebrow raises. Then she seems to ponder it. Hell, fuck if I know. They only started celebrating it in the last. Fuck, it hasn't even been 100 years yet.
Yeah, they even dressed up as them too.
Yeah, I know that. I'm not like out of touch. Goodness.
So if
I
we
just
get a
can't help
ghoul
but think
who
that,
dresses
like,
as a zombie,
200 years ago, that would get you killed or burned at the stake or some other manner of mortal suspicion. I don't know.
yeah, weird stuff, man. And he sits back down and starts playing paper football.
Hey, Bias.
What's up?
Got a new haven recently, right?
Yeah.
Hooked up to the electricity.
Yeah, I got electricity down there.
That was a pain in the ass, but thankfully you had Donovan and Jax giving you some advice on how to properly do that and insulate it from the dampness of the sewers.
Old PC downstairs is yours.
What? And Pius like beelines
Well-
for the door.
The one you scrapped,
Yes,
that's yours.
got it. And he starts making his way down the stairs.
As he moves to open up the door will get pelted by a bagel, slamming it back shut, and Waif will stare at Pius. Not so fast. Give those two a few more minutes.
Which, okay. You, lady, are spooky. And he walks back to the table.
The trash panda of an elder will grin when they go back before rummaging in the day's leftover bagels. When she
Pius
finally
just
finds
sit
whatever
down and
she's looking,
smirk.
when she finally finds whatever she's looking for, though, she will make her way over to the one she tossed and make sure it gets tossed in the trash properly. But eventually, the female duo from below returns. Olivia wasn't here when Waif unveiled herself, but the others all know she's there.
Can we know now?
Is Waif still on the ground?
Yeah, she's on the ground again. She
Tackle
was up
hugging her.
in the corner.
I'm tackle hugging Waif.
She
don't
dodges.
Oh shit!
worry.
We can roll for this
Face
if you'd
plant.
like. We can roll for this if you'd like, but otherwise she dodges.
I think it's canon that she dodges.
That
I
was
think that's
awesome.
just face
Oh, I am
plant.
so sorry. She says, apologizing to Olivia, whose face kind of rammed into the counter. I just that was reflex. That was like 500, 600, 700 centuries of reflex. Are you okay?
Uh, my my face look okay?
I don't know. I think your
I'm
eyes.
sure it's gonna be fine.
I think your eyes and your nose got mixed up there.
Oh, they feel like it. Hey, is that stars? Oh God.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is nighttime. What'd you expect to see outside?
You're cute for a pocket person.
Pocket first.
Your pocket size is what she means.
Sorry.
Not that
Itty
small.
bitty.
But she's cute.
Look, I was marrying age, thank you very much.
That's not an insult, I promise. I'm sorry. How about this? We'll take out the pocket person, we'll just call you cute.
I will.
Happy Halloween, I'm gonna go in the corner.
Gee,
Hey, Waif, how old were you when you got embraced?
14. Why?
What? And how old's Tobias when he got embraced?
The Tremere? I think
Yes.
10.
What? We can do stuff together.
No,
We have another kid on our hands.
we are not
I'm not a
involved in it.
kid.
Have you seen Dragon Ball Z yet?
Why? What's a Z-shaped ball got to do with anything?
I just will point at her and go, child! You and Tobias must watch Dragon Ball Z with me.
Pass.
Oh, and he will look at Comstock and just stare.
Comstock is taking advantage of your distraction to score 3 more goals.
Fuck! He goes and grabs the paper football again and shoots it back.
He blocks it easily with an extended wing.
This isn't fair.
You're like 100 times his size. You shouldn't be losing.
His wings is 10 times the size of my hand. So in this game, Comstock is big.
No, he's just perfect size. You're too
He
big.
knows this. Ooh, have you played a claw machine?
You mean the arcade thing for sweets?
Yes.
What else am I going to do with all the quarters of the people that try to mug me?
So you are a kid.
It's free candy.
So you are a kid.
Who doesn't like free candy?
Oh, we're gonna do so many things. Just wait till I break you mentally.
You are aware I
Careful
can
there.
break you physically, right?
Oh yes.
Like with one finger.
Oh yes, and that will be very fun.
I can literally turn you into a chew toy and leave you for the wolves.
Please do.
Ew! Is he a masochist?
He's already rolling up his sleeve.
Waif will hop back up into her corner perch.
Step one, Complete. And he goes back to playing paper football again.
Jeez. Sue a girl for trying to just come in and check on her favorite soap opera.
Oh wait, I don't have athletics. Never mind.
That is what this is, right? It feels like this is what that is.
Just having fun, and then he goes back once again to playing paper football.
A moment later, there is no wife.
Man, she's good at that.
Ah.
I need to learn to do that.
There is, however, a pile of crumpled dollar bills sitting on the counter next to the bagel case.
Ooh.
She may help herself, but she's not a thief.
And the integrity.
I didn't know trash pandas had integrity. That's cool.
Oh, she's cool, guys. I like her.
She's always paid for her bagels. I think this came
Yeah.
up like in one of the single-digit sessions.
Oh yeah, I think Pius takes note of that and likes that about her.
Basically, she walks through a dark alley, scary alley at night. People try to mug her, and she takes their cash. After sometimes feeding on them.
Relatable.
But she has no damn purpose for paper money.
Other than to be a kid, and she'll admit it soon enough.
Well, Olivia's gonna go and see if Elvin wants help with decorations.
You would actually notice now that you were up top that there are a few tables that are just chock full of boxes, bags, materials, all sorts of stuff that you could probably have grabbed from craft stores or Halloween party stores and just start like going crazy.
I'm gonna make a noose out of one of the light strings.
No.
That's what you do. That's what you do,
Yes.
right?
No.
Wait, what?
No?
What are you talking about?
A noose out of light strings.
The colors of death.
I mean, it's Halloween, right? Like that's you put the light string.
I have
what
never
you-
heard of someone making noose out of like Christmas light strings or whatever.
Well, Olivia's gonna attempt it. Someone's gonna have to stop her.
Is this like a Midwest thing that I don't know about?
No.
No.
We can
This
make
is
orange
an
and
Olivia
purple
thing.
light nooses.
This is an Olivia thing. That's not what you do.
Actually, that sounds pretty cool though. Like if you actually like orange and purple lights, made a noose
Mhm.
out of it.
Not as
That would
cool
be
as
really epic.
Taxidermy Dave.
Can we pick up a taxidermy Dave in this session?
There we go.
No, I'm pretty sure Dave is still a kid, and that would be a crime.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I am.
And
I'm
on the
so
other side of the country.
Damn it. Okay. We'll get you next time, David.
There's an idea for a campaign.
Go to Michigan.
Coterie on an eternal road trip.
We go to Detroit. Go and beat Marshall Mathers' ass, and then
Oh
all
my
the songs
God.
are beat because of that shit.
I would laugh. We're doing that.
Maybe, but not tonight.
Damn it.
No time.
Well, Olivia's busy pulling out light strings and stuff like that and doing her Malkavian thing.
Ashley will help decorate and prevent Olivia from making a noose out of string lights.
Damn it.
I also join in and help with the gift. I mean, with the decorations.
Pius is tired of getting his butt kicked to hell and back by a tiny little bat that he should be beating.
Oh yeah, his teeth would crack if he kept going because he's gritting his teeth so hard.
Ashley would probably specifically make sure that all decorations that are going on the ceiling and up high are getting done because she can climb up there.
Ooh, can we put some decorations up where Waif usually sits?
Probably.
Just make it
She
like
doesn't
pad
usually
out.
sit there. That was the first time you've seen her up there. Or maybe she does. She just doesn't call attention to herself when she's up
I-
there.
I swear
Think
she's been
there-
up there before.
She's been up there before.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
during the drunk scene with me and Pius and Olivia. You had her. Olivia
She was
looked
in the
up and-
rafters, yes, but she wasn't in
Yeah.
the corner, I don't think.
Oh, you had her in a corner. I thought she went back up into the
Yeah, she
rafter
was in the
part.
corner, but up in the upper corner rather than on the floor level corner.
Oh, I was thinking about the rafters. That's where I wanted Olivia to decorate.
Yep, we're
Like
gonna have to
poltergeist
close up the
sprawl
rafters.
out.
Wait, what?
Just fill the ceiling.
We're just gonna have to fill up the rafters, get low hanging ceiling, make it look a little cleaner. Enough of this open concept shit.
Let's do it.
Ooh, we'll put low fans up there.
I'm gonna tie the chairs together with also like different strings and stuff, so that people can't pull chairs out. Like April
Start nailing the
Fools.
chairs down to the floor.
It'll work, I promise.
We'll never have to hear the damn chair squeak against wood again.
Maybe. Maybe.
Uh, so, so we're all decorating, trying to get everything together
Mm-hmm.
for the most part.
I'm leaving most of that to the creative minds. This was more of an entertainment thing to provide to the rest of you.
Ooh, do we have gelatin?
Hmm?
Vampire
No.
superpowers and Halloween decorations.
I don't know if
Alvin's
that's a
and mother's
common thing from
tingling.
the shops or not.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we would do gelatin. Well, to make like the glaze, not the glaze, but the jelly filled stuff, we might have some type of cornstarch or gelatin.
Well, I mean,
Well,
there's some
reminder.
baking supplies.
This stuff is like decoration supplies, not baking and cooking supplies.
Yeah, baking supplies are behind the counter or in the kitchen.
Okay.
But it's mostly bagel-related baking, so if it's not used in bagel baking, you're going to have to stretch your logic a bit.
We could do spider bagels.
Does Alvin have any like skeleton stuff like that, or is it just like lights, streamers, stuff
I
like
leave
that?
it to whatever the game master says could probably have been bought for like $1,000 at party stores in 1995.
Wow, we got
Casing
some
them out.
gifts. That's
Oh,
a lot of shit.
damn.
A lot of stuff, but nothing edible.
Let's hang
Okay.
skeletons from the ceiling with the noose.
Ooh, strobe lights.
Yeah,
Bear in
put
mind,
strobe lights in
this
their
is like
ass.
$1,000 in the '90s. It's like, which is like worth three or four times more than what it would be now. So
Oh yeah.
Right,
We
but
got
in that mindset, it's the like this is the holiday budget for a business. It's
Yep,
not
yep.
like your dad
No,
going to the shop.
I'm telling you, I'm not disagreeing with you spending that. I'm telling them how
Yeah.
much it's actually worth, so that they're getting their heads in the right place.
Today
Yep.
it would be worth $2,098.42.
Oh man,
There
we
you
got
go.
this. Yep. Yeah, we got some
And
blackout
so-
curtains for the windows.
Which is odd because I distinctly recall Taco Bell prices being triple what they were back then. But oh well.
But no, so you guys have stuff to play with.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Alvin is filling out paperwork and signing over a lot of documentation.
Then mother gave toys to the children so he could work.
Yes. Meanwhile, Jim, who never left, by the way, is just trying to ignore everything while finishing up the night stuff.
Jim's
Mhm.
up here. Aw,
Yep.
I'm.
He
Well,
ignored the Trash Panda Elder. He ignored the coterie bickering. He ignored everything but what was right in front of him, because if he didn't, his sanity might crack.
Olivia's gonna put like a garland thing around him, be like, "Are you ready for Halloween?"
I don't know. Should I be? He says, looking over at Alvin questioningly.
Alvin is nose deep in paperwork. Primarily, he is getting a requisition form for a new firearm under the new identity, and is getting ready to sign one over.
Oh, well, damn.
Saying himself thoroughly armed.
Well, Olivia's going to basically tell him that he doesn't have to be ready, but it's gonna be fun.
Gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna happen anyway. Get used to it, buddy. And she's gonna go back to helping Ashley decorate.
Probably by handing shit up to the ceiling so she doesn't have to climb back down.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what to do from here. Like, we're decorating, we're doing stuff. Alvin apparently is not paying attention to anybody. So,
That just means the children can play.
I'm paying attention. I'm just also like
I'm moving your cash register
being
to the toilet.
focused. No.
Oh, I'm moving it to the toilet.
No.
I'm just saying that he's at a penalty if y'all want to do something without him noticing.
Mm.
We could put his
There's
cash
some-
register on the ceiling.
In the rafters.
No.
Then Wave could just like put the money in there. Flip the board around with all the items on
I
it.
said he would be at a penalty, but moving the cash register would be kind of obvious.
That is true. Ooh, I want to move all the like bagel stuff, like all the fixings for it. No, I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. Let's put that in the rafters. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Hmm.
I am a-okay to montage like a few hours of the evening if no one else has ideas of what's going on.
Oh, Pies is just decorating, having fun with whatever's
Exactly.
going on.
Montage
Yeah.
Yep.
is a montage.
I'm eating all your cream cheese.
Ashley skittering around like a Spider-Man.
Using thaumaturgy rituals to decorate a place for Halloween.
Yep.
Goodness. What would Josiah say? What would the Regent say? Goodness.
He'd probably be shaking his head.
That's what they get
That's the
for
masquerade for
siren.
anyone looking in.
That's why she's staying as close to the ceiling as possible so it doesn't seem weird.
Let me make some rolls.
Oh, good.
Pius did say he was putting up blackout curtains.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he did. Okay, well, in that case, I will not make those rolls. I'll instead make another roll.
I had strobe lights too.
Oh.
Hopefully facing
We
the
need
windows.
strobe lights. Well, yeah, we need
Alright.
like those like silhouettes like walking around the bagels. People are like, "Oh my god, it's haunted!" It's spooky.
Mm-hmm. It is a 3.
Oh, good.
3 hours later, going by as you go about the process of making the place look how you want it to look, ensuring that everything is done. Alvin goes through the jury work, but the likely rewarding work of ensuring that his new alternate identity has all the legal stuff it needs to carry the firearms it needs. And likely setting himself up to buy a car like soon.
Sorry, Nick, I didn't see that before I hit enter.
You're fine.
You're fine. Just do it. Strike him down with all of your hatred.
I don't know why I'm typing this. I literally could have just said it.
Mhm.
She's gonna come up to you and after you beckon her over and basically no questions asked. She's like, "Sure, what do you want me to sign?" I guess that is a question. I guess no probing questions. I love how it's silent and we're typing instead.
Oh man. Oh man. She signed some. Oh man.
Oh man, guys, she's gonna sign away her soul.
He's signing the bagel over to her.
I will eat the bagel.
I bet
Walls
she's
and
signing
all.
the bagel over.
Why are we doing this in chat?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for you all to finish so I can feel confident in going along with the next bit.
You can go along with the next bit. That's perfectly fine. This is just a side thing.
Yeah. Well, as the montage ends and the 3 hours pass by in a flurry of decorating and strobe lights and no, Pius, don't do that, or no, Olivia, stop, no, think about this. And Ashley, come on, tone it down just a little bit. We finally arrive at the end of the decorating spree, and there is a knock at the door as Olivia is signing papers.
Which door?
The front door.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, with
God
that, Alvin will tuck
damn
away
it.
that form and put it into a manila envelope, which seems to be postmarked and everything else, and head over to the door, pocketing the piece of the envelope. I'll look outside to see who it is.
Looking outside is a face you recognize, but the other three won't if they're peeking around behind you. It is one Cassie Green.
Ooh.
Who is this?
Yeah, Olivia's middle name was supposed to be Jean, and I'm so used to putting my fucking middle name down.
I thought it
And I
was
called her
always
Marie.
Mary. I thought it was always Mary, sorry.
No, it's Marie. My middle name's Marie, but her middle name was supposed to be Olivia Jean Foster, and I fucked up. Oh well.
You can change it. That's fine.
Yeah.
That said, Alvin will take a moment to open the door and look at Miss Green. Not a face I was expecting this evening. How are you doing, Cassie?
All right.
Oh.
Am I interrupting?
No, my friends were just decorating for me.
Oh, good. Thought we had an open invitation, Mr. Tall and Handsome Vampire Man. She says as
Yes.
she slinks inside.
Yep.
Can't introduce me to the Scooby Gang, Dracula edition.
Ah, yes. Well, I think you've seen their faces a few times, but formal introductions, I suppose. That tall, dark, and spooky is Pius. That one there, who is tucking away crow feathers and stuffing a couple decorations,
no.
is
That is right.
Ashley. And the one who is currently debating what she just signed is Olivia. And of course, you've probably
Nothing
met
soul
my
binding,
associate,
right?
Jim. No, not even. If anything, it'll be something that'll come to her doorstep later down the line.
Huh. Well, and she will take out a thermos and start sipping from it. Brought my own coffee. No offense.
I see. Everything here is, actually on the up and up when it comes to mortals, right? I even partake in the stuff.
Undoubtedly. But the moment you let your guard down around one vampire, you let your guard down around all of them.
That's
Sorry, my teacher taught me better.
He is smart.
everyone. This is Cassie Green, someone who is mortal yet adept in the supernatural.
The word you're looking for is mage. Will worker, if you
I
prefer.
was gonna let you, be the one to say it, but
Alvin,
yeah.
are you gonna ask her out on a date?
Oh, what?
Whoa,
He
whoa, whoa.
punches the bridge of his nose like, oh god.
Oh
Whoa,
my
whoa,
god,
whoa,
it's gonna be
whoa.
so enchanting.
Okay,
Guys,
how about the
guys,
four of you calm down? Because I
keep
hate to
me
break
out of
it to
this.
you,
I didn't
but
say it.
I hate to
Cast
break it to
smooch on him.
you, but necrophilia is not one of the many taboos I might otherwise enjoy breaking in the right context.
Ouch.
Fair.
This is what you get for dropping the word handsome in your description.
What?
Oh,
You
you
are
should see
handsome,
his.
objectively
Oh
speaking.
man. Oh man. I'm keeping my mouth shut on this. And then Pius just has these vivid visions of Alvin's sire's cheeks just clenched.
Yeah.
Is he going to be okay? He looks like he's
Hey, Pius, don't you have a computer to go collect?
Not now, Alvin. He keeps sitting there.
One moment. I need to turn off one of my spells. Just give me a moment. Okay. Yep. Now I don't have to. Okay. Should I be worried about whose ass cheeks he was picturing in his head just now?
You
Oh.
can read my mind.
Not anymore, thankfully.
All right, going to get the computer, and he starts making his way downstairs. Not in my head.
Those perfect buns.
To what do I owe the pleasure, Miss Green?
I'm gonna go to the basement because there's so much to unload here. Bye.
They are scattering like cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
just hear
stay
Olivia
here.
say KISSING.
Yeah, I'm not joining them.
So that
a love
one
spell on him.
and that one, I assume, are the children of the lot. Are they the youngest of your bunch?
Yes.
Yep. That they are.
Well, to the other adult in the room, she says, looking over at Ashley. As I already said, I'm Cassie Green. I run the Perfect Fit. It's the nail salon right across the street over there. And like I said, I'm a mage. So what's
Yeah.
new in the vampire world?
Ashley's gonna be like, nice to meet you. I'm, as he said, Ashley. Also kind of mage. But yeah.
She scoots just a little bit farther away from you.
Hmm. Yeah. Well. War was averted for a minute, but beyond that, not a whole lot new other than a couple of disputes between clanmates here and there. Nothing that won't get taken care of.
Is Leon awake yet?
Yes, he is, and he made his return last night, actually.
That's good. He's a reliable sort. Well, for one of you types.
He is quite the professional. Say, considering your profession and your other profession, you wouldn't happen to know any tactics and altering one's image that tends to revert nightly, do you?
Altering images that reverts nightly? You mean like temporary body appearance changes?
For instance, kindred tend to revert to the way they were when they were embraced. But
Yeah.
it is very difficult to get a change of appearance to stick. You can do it for a night, but goes back soon after. Looking for more
Yeah.
permanent solutions.
Well, outside of a few of your clan of roses, who I hear pick up the odd ability to keep changes, and the less said about the flesh crafting of the dragons, I think they call themselves, the better. What do you mean, like something on my end? Well, I'm not exactly the most schooled in the life sphere, but I know some that are, including at least a couple that probably wouldn't mind doing business with you.
Considering the fact that my sire is kind of a bumbling idiot when it comes to the fact that when you fake a death, you don't really want to use the same face, name, and profile. I'm in the market to blend in elsewise. So,
Well, I can think of at least one friend that would have the requisite knowledge and ability. Not sure what they might ask in return, though.
that's a fair point. I've got business assets and things of that nature that I'm working on that might be an appealing trade. But that's for future me to worry about.
All material goods might be well and good for us all. The normal currency of the world we find ourselves in is favors or the like, or connections.
That's true too.
Well, aside from like rituals and paradigms that involve valuable components, then money is as good as anything else.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Were you
So what you
partaking
got?
in any of the holiday business?
Oh, I'm working on a little something. Yeah, going to run a face painting stall outside the door.
Oh, it's most wonderful. It seems that my friends have taken to turning this into a tiny shop of horrors. Pretty on theme.
Yeah, yeah, pretty on thing. I imagine Kelvin's family will probably be doing the usual, and I don't intend to miss stopping by there. Not on your own life. Kelvin being the patriarch of the Chinese American family across the street.
Hmm. Alvin will occasionally get their late night service every once in a while for like drop off foods and stuff like that. Because Chinese shops traditionally tend to keep making food until fucking midnight.
Yep. And that will allow you to ask for the actual spicy shit,
Hmm.
if you want it anyway. Not the stuff they water down for, Western appetites. Hmm. In any case, that means they'll probably be making their pumpkin-shaped mooncakes and the little ghost-shaped sashima.
Mm,
Usually there's something else too, but those are the two that stay the same year after year.
gotta keep with tradition, right?
Yep. The others, well, not too sure, but they always usually do something. Even Mr. Reclusive bookstore owner.
I'm sure the Blockbuster will still be closed.
Closed? Are you kidding? They make a lot of money.
No, you can't get up there.
Everyone wants a horror movie on Halloween night.
Oh,
That's
I thought it was
true.
muted.
So what are the power plays going on you mentioned?
Oh, just a few disputes here and there. People are trying to prove themselves a little higher than they're currently being viewed, and getting severely shafted on. Part of Maxwell's business was being encroached upon during the time he was gone, and let's just say that some people were trying to make moves to take it over themselves. Luckily, that is not the
Oh,
case.
you're not going to tell me, are you?
No, no.
Fuck you, she says, but there's no heat in it.
Look, you can just be thankful that the business you've been doing with Mr. Maxwell can continue to go exactly as it has for as long as you've been in the game. You're welcome.
Right. So what about you, sign of a fallen house? She says, looking over at Ashley.
What about me?
Maybe I want to know how the other half lives.
Ashley will kind of just look at her confused.
You said you're a mage. She's also a mage. She's mortal. You're kindred. It's like two sides of the same coin.
I mean, politics, for the most part.
That fits. I mean, even before their descent into vampirism, they were House Tremere was a house within the Order of Hermes, so that makes sense.
Hmm,
Bunch of politically backstabbing bastards half the time.
that's a fact.
How long you been in the magecraft, if you don't mind my asking?
I had my awakening maybe 10 years ago.
You must have been pretty young when that happened, then.
Yeah, just out of middle school. All of a sudden, I could do things. Or at the very least, see things. Doing things came later.
Seeing things sucks.
Depends on what you're seeing. As you
Undead.
progress in the spheres, you tend to learn to perceive first, with some exceptions. Then you learn to alter what's already there. Then conjure new things entirely. And then, supposedly, the scale just keeps increasing.
Yeah, no, I just see dead things.
I thought you were like some sort of blood sorcerer, not like a necromancer.
Oh no, no. That's a family tree problem.
Okay, I will admit it, I'm confused. What?
Mother is from a necromancer family tree. Sire picked me up and made me a blood mage. It's pissed off that family tree quite a bit. I plan to reconcile that, though.
I can't tell if you're upset about being removed from that side of the family tree or the other way around.
Oh no, I'm
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I would promise to help you, but that would be a lie. That's kind of your business, and I don't know you well enough yet.
Yeah, I don't need help.
Also, no offense, like I don't typically trust vampires too much, but the Tremere especially, well, there's extra baggage there.
I won't take offense to it. That's nothing new for our clan, so yeah. No one likes to trust us. Unless they're gaining something.
I mean, I'm not even a hermetic, and, yep. Order of Hermes makes no secret about their feelings on your clan.
You deep in the politics of the society that holds your magecraft in training and order,
Yeah,
or you're just
mine,
kind of an
yeah, but
outskirts.
there's mages are complicated, I guess. You have your clans, right? Your bloodlines, your icky vampire stuff. Well, mages have their own breakdown. So as long as it's less about awakening to one of the craft and just having your paradigm and belief structure fit into one of them. For most of us, there's the 9 traditions. Technically, they have a longer title, but that's what it boils down to. Think about them as all the various varieties of classical magic in one way or another, right? Then you have the technocrats, as they're called these days. So apparently they went by something else back in the day, but the technocracy is like techno mages that refuse to believe what they're doing is magic and instead like some form of hyper enlightened science, like from sci-fi movies.
Like me some sci-fi movies.
And they like to hunt down anything that's not them, that's supernatural, and try and brainwash it into being like them.
Hmm.
That's not to say all techno mages are technocracy. I mean, there's the virtual adepts and the Sons of Ether. And the virtual adepts are kind of like just techies, I guess, with magic, and the Sons of Ether are kind of like steampunk. It's like just steampunk all the time.
And these are actual like genuine houses or like affiliation factions that exist
They're
in.
traditions.
Okay.
Traditions, I think, are kind of like your clans. I could be wrong. The technocracy, I think, has orders of some kind, like different departments or something. It's very, very bureaucracy. And
Let me ask
then
you
there's
this:
like,
has there ever been a
yeah,
blending between our two cultures, mage and vampire, unionized
not of
as
the
one concept?
not of the way you're thinking. No.
Hmm.
Damn, techno magic sounds cool.
Hmm. Yeah, well, they are the most adaptable of the lot, considering that they are constantly adapting to new things. Beyond the orders, beyond the traditions and the technocracy, there's also the disparates, which are like tiny little subgroups of isolated culture mages that kind of bound together in a loose alliance because they were too weak on their own.
Hmm.
You've got voodoo priestesses, you've got like
Oh.
weird like Middle Eastern jinn binding people. You've got
So
the
what I'm
freaking
hearing,
Templar order in there.
what I'm hearing is that every story of fiction has some form of backing, to a certain extent, a kernel of truth, to either
Well,
kindred
dragons used to be
history
real.
or mage. He just stops like, it's just a giggle to himself.
I think you're
Used to
breaking
be
him.
like they went extinct, or like they just went dormant.
Do you know how mages fight wars?
I
It's
have ideas.
while we do fight each other directly, the Long War, kind of like the old Cold War between the Soviet Union and NATO, is fought in belief and manipulating the belief of mortals. Because you
Mhm.
see, like the general belief of the sleeping mind, of the mass numbers of sleeping minds, shapes reality. And what they believe, when reality is shaped in a manner that's more consistent with your beliefs, it's easier for you to work your will, make your magic. And the technocracy has been slowly winning that war for centuries. And so now we have dinosaurs in museums and not dragons flying in the skies.
So wait, you're telling me that dragons were dinosaurs?
Yep.
Oh, you
One of the
have
tro-
such a treasure trove of a mind.
I've seen one of the recorded memories, Hmm. She'll smirk and drink from her coffee.
He's gonna get himself a coffee and just kind of take a seat.
And beyond the traditions, the disparates, and the technocracy, there are those that like don't get really picked up by any of them before they awaken. Usually, these various groups try and like identify mages before they awaken, so they can pull them into their group and mold their beliefs and basically recruit them. But those are called orphans. I think you all have something kind of like that too, except like your blood works differently, so it's like not by choice or by missing them. It's just
They're
weird.
they're the Kaitifs, the clanless ones that are too thin of the blood to manifest any direct clan's lineage. It's a problem that kindred in general are having the further down the line we get. The further we are from Cain, the less likely we are to develop such gifts.
Wait. You're telling me that some of you actually believe you're from Kang? Is that
That
real?
is at least the progenitor theory.
Hmm. I suppose if you notice like a weakening of some kind between each new sire generation, that would make sense to have like some sort of progenitor theory, yeah. There had to be a source somewhere.
Alvin notes the scribble being pulled out. We doing a scrying here?
Oh, I wasn't
Oh,
planning
sorry.
on
I
it.
need to get caught up. I need to get caught up on the chat. One moment.
There's a lot going on.
What have they been doing?
Taking apart the
Sorry,
computer.
I like to wax poetic about mage stuff. I'm sorry. Um, Actually, what breaks down the computer? May I watch? Of course you can. They then start to pull out the power cord, the processor, Olivia Crouch touch. Hmm. Sorry, Pi's being surprised that Olivia had a dad and then just spring up from the ground. Okay, I think I'm mostly caught up. Right. Where are we? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he just
So what's
was looking over at Ash and was like, we doing a scrying? And
Um, I wasn't planning on scrying. I actually was trying to rearrange my bag. I got too much shit in here right now. I gotta
All
clean
right,
this
just-
shit out. I think I'm carrying half my, well, not even half my room. I've got way too many fucking books. But yeah, I think I need to, but right now I'm just trying to get it out of the way.
okay, I was just making sure we weren't interrupting something. I know that that requires concentration.
I mean, if I can concentrate with Olivia and Pius behind me, I think I can handle it.
rambunctious bunch then?
Yeah, some days.
Olivia and Pius have the jubilance of people of fresh eyes to a lot of experiences.
Wait, how long have you been around then?
Braced for about 5 years.
Yeah, you.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried you were. Never mind.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
just know that there was an elder in here just a moment ago.
That elder just like his bagels.
Yeah. No. I got dragged into this whole mess before I was to be deployed over to the Middle East. So
So you're from some sort of fucked up necromancer family and got embraced by the Tremere. You got pulled into something, like Leon. And I suppose it makes sure you venture, yes, venture.
correct.
And well, the ugly one's kind of obvious. No offense to him, just spitting the truth. What's the other one?
She's a child of Malkav.
God, I wish I was up there to hear her say
Right.
that.
Well, this was fascinating and illuminating. She says as she stands up, downing some more for coffee. I'll be back later.
Are you
After
all
I've come up
right?
with a ritual to shield my mind from possible degeneration.
Olivia's relatively harmless. In fact, she's probably the
Least harmless.
gentlest of the crew.
She's a marshmallow. She's our marshmallow, and don't fuck with her. But she's a marshmallow.
Yeah, I get that. I accept that. But when it comes to being a mage properly, preparation is everything.
Might I ask what you're worried about?
She turns, looks back. Some stories. Let's just say my mentor had a run-in with a Malkavian, and it didn't go well.
I see. Is there anything that we could do to kind of help that along? I know your spells are probably the thing that you're most reliant on when it comes to keeping yourself safe, but
Oh, no, it's well, ancient history by mortal standards, and probably still by your standards, but not for much longer, maybe? I don't know.
that literally answered nothing of what I said. But
I know.
She's being
he'll just kind of,
facetious.
yeah, he'll just kind of grin back at her, understanding that this was a pass back at him for not telling her what she wanted to know.
Mhm. Still, it was nice getting to talk, meet your friends, your little Scooby gang.
I did enjoy this chat.
I
I'd
remember
be
not to
down
miss
to talk more
Kelvin's
about it.
stuff. They always make way too many mooncakes.
Perhaps before I get underway with my business tomorrow, we can stop and have a moon pie.
See you then, say with a wave, and finally dip out the door, while sounds of rummaging continue to echo from the basement.
Alvin just kind of looks over to Ashley and, shrugs at her. What?
It's a good thing the other two aren't up here, or they would not let you live that down. It sounded like you just said you were having a date.
No, I am making sure I've got good relations with the other dangerous supernatural entity that lives on my street. Because I'm pretty sure she's not going to necessarily follow the decrees and mandates from Kindred Society that says that this is my territory.
Hell no, she's not.
Nope, it's your territory as far as vampires are concerned, and nothing else.
So, make nice with the monsters on the block. No?
Yeah, it's a good thing you got a mage on your side.
Suffice it to say, she is an interesting individual, and I would definitely be intrigued to hear the other side of the coin in terms of how people perceive history. It's where art is best derived from.
Indeed. I could prepare whole spiels about the, well, never mind.
That said, yes, it probably is good that both Olivia and Pius went downstairs, because you're right, I probably would never be able to get them to calm down over it. In fact, I still don't think they're going to be able to calm down about it.
You're fucking
For
right.
all you know, they're giggling about your sire's butt cheeks.
That said, I need to get this filed at the police
I
station.
have actually been putting work into Cassie's paradigm, which is her belief structure, and her actual details in terms of what she can and can't do.
I see.
I'm fleshing out the characters, I swear.
That said, I do have to make sure this gets to the police station, so that way this can be filed appropriately.
The thing that you had Olivia sign.
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you laughing at the GIF?
I'm laughing at the gif.
Mm.
He's got fortitude. You're going to need something stronger. uh. So is Alvin leaving the children alone? Goodness.
What do you mean?
I thought you said you were going to depart to the police station.
I said I'm going to have to at some point. I never said I was doing it right this moment.
Ah.
Look, the police station, by all rights, for public, requirements, is probably closed at this point. They might have night staff that, tend to emergency calls and things of that nature. But this is likely something that I'm going to have to leave with either Jim or Kyle for the morning for delivery. For proper business hours.
Indeed.
That said, that means it will be being processed on Halloween. And that is that. So, something for the works for sessions down the line, because I'm sure that confirmation won't come for at least safe business days of 2 to 3 business days.
Yep. And next session is likely to be Halloween hijinks, and then we get serious again.
Oh,
But this session
you
ain't
think
over.
we're going to have Halloween hijinks? Alvin's all in business mode.
Yep, I assume so. I'm kind of relying on the other 3 children to make to derail that, but we will see.
You
would
have
say
to
2.
understand. Alvin made sure to get the information, or at least send out the feelers to get an idea of what the hell Allison's going to be up to, because holidays tend to be the time that mortals get in the most trouble, and is also the best opportunity for them to go missing.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Maybe have a police
Okay, yeah,
scanner,
sure.
too.
So, and we did just have a threat on her mortal existence, so Alvin's going to be making sure that that's taken care of. He's not going to be part of it.
Right, well, I guess that one's not going to go unnoticed. Wonderful, excellent.
If
good
the
to know.
rest of the 3 are going to be doing their thing, that's fine, but Alvin's got business, and he's not letting Allison go without supervision.
I mean, Ashley just has, like a quarter of the city to tag still. So.
Yeah, So no, I was already thinking of that. So Alvin's plans were get other people to decorate the place, get his schools and everything going, and then get his connections to get him the information he needs for his sister. Then Halloween is going to be him basically making sure that his sister is not just randomly abducted or anything terrible happening to them, and if he finds any kindred influence going on, track it down and beat the piss out of whoever's trying.
Fair enough.
That's his plans.
Ooh, I could football spiral one of the rats on her and follow her around.
So
Tomorrow will be, I mean, not tomorrow, but next session will be a mix of some Halloween hijinks, but mostly stalking your sister.
That'll be so fun.
So I will, however, look to Ashley, give a nod, and go, I'm gonna go check on them downstairs, see how things are going.
Good luck. Hopefully they're not breaking anything.
All right, Pius, Olivia, I want you to make me perception alertness checks, difficulty 6. For Olivia, this is actually going to be difficulty 3 because that's the minimum difficulty, and she has enough aspects reduction to make it that low or
56,
lower.
you said? I think
6 for you, 3 for Ashley. I'm sorry, 6 for you, 3 for Olivia.
You
why
broke
did
it.
that not work? I broke it.
How did you break it?
How did I break it?
How did Prius break?
Oh, hang on.
Pius, how did you break the dice? You're barely allowed to break the fourth wall. Now you broke the dice roller.
Hang on. Did that
There it
work?
goes.
All right.
Yes, there it goes. It worked much better. So you both hear, Olivia hears it first because she has super ears, but you both hear Alvin's footsteps coming down the stairs.
Pius will slink underneath the table and obfuscate.
Pius
I'm
slinks
not-
under the table and obfuscates. What's Olivia do?
I'm just standing there.
Okay. Well, Alvin, you will arrive downstairs to find Olivia standing in the middle of an open room with Pius nowhere to be seen.
And PC parts everywhere.
PC parts everywhere, yes.
I can tell by your footsteps that maybe you got lucky.
I'm not sure what
You would have heard
mean.
that.
She's more teasing him. She can't hear anything upstairs.
Yeah, no, he still would say, like, I'm not sure what you mean, as he kind of, like, looks around the room.
And she just goes, whatever.
Did Pius forget a bag to take the stuff with, or he's coming
No.
back?
No, Pius is still here. He just went into hiding.
Ah. I see. Pius will kind of scan the room to see if he notes anything that like was shifted in Pius's move to hide underneath the table or anything else that would give him away by accident.
Wait, hold on. What's that say? More better friends to steal him away. Something someone whispers in your ear. Well, damn. Who's stealing him away? I always forget that you guys can't see what's written to me, and I just end up
Yeah, because
responding
it's
to
supposed
it.
to be like a silent little flit to you via the
Yeah.
Madness Network or one of your own crazy voices.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and toss out a perception alertness to see if I notice anything that might have been scattered as Pius decided to try to hide somewhere. I might not be able to see through their obfuscate.
Difficulty
but,
7.
Yeah.
Perception alertness, difficulty 7.
Better friends to steal.
You find
him
a couple of pieces, including at least one screw that you know they need to put the case back together. Because this case doesn't have any spares.
Right. But I know he hid. It's more so to give an indication of where he might have hid.
You think it's somewhere on the left half of the room. That means behind a beanbag chair, behind the couch, under the coffee table, or perhaps right behind the doorway.
You listed 4 places, so in order, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a d4.
And Olivia's not gonna give his hiding spot away.
3, which is
Girl, don't be
ironically the
bitch.
coffee table. So I pitched the screw at the coffee table.
Pies will bump his head on the bottom. Damn it! I was waiting for you to walk by and I was gonna get you.
I'm getting better at this.
You are.
Their mother instincts are sharpening.
So why are we hiding?
I don't know. I'm on to have fun.
Alright, fair enough. Well,
But
the coast is clear
computers-
upstairs.
Oh, she left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She was scary.
Yeah, she's an unknown entity, so best be on your toes.
Yep.
Could be worse. Could have been a
where-
weird creature.
Where are you going, Olivia?
Meow, chasing cats apparently.
Off she goes.
Well, I guess she
I
doesn't
hear
want.
footsteps.
Oh. Well, I guess she'll figure it out later then. Well, you're getting the PC, she's getting the firearm.
Getting a gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
You always knew Olivia was the favorite kid. Now this is just evidence.
She's shown that, she has training with it, and I figured it'd be useful to her. And I know that you're good with tinkering and messing with parts, so Peter's yours.
Oh yeah, I already got some parts out of it that I'm gonna use for a gift that I have.
Oh, I see that.
This could be pretty cool.
Since I'm pivoting in terms of my focuses, trying to get some things signed off so that way I've got less of a paper trail for my current name.
You're changing your name too?
Let's just say I'm thinking about having a few to flit around on cards and engage with mortals in a different degree.
Well, if you need help with name changes or fake IDs, I know some guys.
I have a couple contacts and things of that nature as well, but I welcome the avenues you might be able to provide.
Yeah, you gotta remember, that's kind of the world that I came from.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm explaining it now.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially that one particular pawn store.
Yes.
I will be needing to get a new vehicle, something a little more discreet, basic. I was thinking maybe. Some
That
newest
Myers
model.
won't know. He stayed away from cars because they were too high value of a ticket.
Yes. Jewelry,
I preferred
pickpocketing, that was
things
fine.
like, the small things you could hide in your overstuffed pockets. That sort of thing.
Yeah, I was
Or,
debating on
tossed away
picking-
if you were being chased.
I was debating on picking up a Camry or a Civic, but
Honda Civics, the cars that are good 25 years later if you take good care of them and don't crash.
oh well.
Not
I think
particularly
that'd
flashy,
be a
though.
good idea to have multiple aliases.
That was kind of the mentality. I'm kind of stuck to this one, and my, sire's kind of a doofus for not trying to change my name the moment he embraced me. What's the point of being dead if you're still spouting your old information?
That's true.
I mean, shit, if we run into my sister, what am I gonna say? Oh, yeah, here's my name. It's the exact same one as your dead brother. Kind of an issue.
Yeah, I used to have a name, but I kind of took up the name of Pius and suspend that since then.
Does your old name still serve you in any way, or is it still something you hold on to?
That's something that we can talk about later.
No, that's entirely fair. I'm just mostly double checking. Mine still has some uses, but mostly to keep my sire placated. But these new ones are for my own purposes.
I kind of gave myself a name that was a mockery to, I guess, the mortal world, and now it's even more funnier now that I'm embraced. Because pious means devotedly religious or making a hypocritical display of virtue.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at this.
Yeah, it's a little twisted, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Who would have thought?
I think that's what we all think when we first get brought into this. So, but you guys did a good job upstairs with all the decorations, and I do appreciate that. You guys have an inspired craft.
Yeah, I think it helps with not only being newly embraced and still retaining some of that stuff, but also still enjoying the fun things that even unlife can bring.
So, what are your plans for tomorrow?
I think I might actually take a walk outside for a change and not worry about anything.
I came to understand that the Nosferatu tend to still enjoy this holiday quite a bit, thanks to how the mortals have moved it.
Yeah, it's like the one night we can actually go up there and be normal.
That's fair.
The real question is, do you really plan to take Toby A game?
Oh, yes.
Ashley's not here to disagree.
He's not.
Hmm.
You got to find a way to get a hold of Tobias, though, and convince him to enjoy the festivities.
You know, you could always have somebody send a courier that way. Your clan in particular is that of secrets, messages, and other things. If anyone knew how to get in contact with a Tremere representative, it'd be someone from your family.
You know what? That's a good idea.
So if you want to chat with somebody in particular, or get a permission sent, one of the higher ups of your clan might be able to put that together. It just might cost you something down the line.
I might stop by and talk to Mom or Donovan and see what they can do.
Well, they could probably help you. It's just a matter of what you want them to help you with.
Just asking if Tobias can go on a night of shenanigans.
Oh, well, that's going to be outside their ability to help, I'm afraid. That is a Tremere matter.
So I would have to ask.
But you can't even kidnap him because the Tremere cheat with their silly magic protections on their silly magic hiding house.
It never hurts to send a letter.
Send a letter? Good idea. Pius just busts out some paper and pen and starts writing a note.
It's actually one of the paperwork Alvin was working on, just writing on the back of it.
No. Go upstairs.
Oh, actually, you know what? I can make this even more fun. I'll work on this love letter. Carry on.
No, mostly just checking on you and Olivia before she ran back upstairs. So I know that the entrance of a new face can occasionally be touchy.
I'll be fine with all this stuff.
All right.
This humanity thing is getting a little hard.
Well, I think if you're going to continue to try to bring humanity to other people, like Tobias, or I see you've set your sights on Waif now. Good luck with that one.
Oh, she's gonna be a joy.
if you keep trying to, bring humanity, then maybe you'll find some of it for yourself along the way.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
No, she said Fiona. She said
Oh,
Fiona.
Ma'am.
Is that the name of chicken?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know that echoed all the way back here.
Wow, that echoed.
Sorry, she keeps clawing the fucking carpet to go piss over there. And it's distracting me.
Why doesn't she use the litter box like a regular cat?
Because the problem was that Lucian had already pissed in everything in Daniel's room, and I don't know if she got a UTI. I don't know if it's from Lucian, but she started pissing in that corner, and now because I need to rent a carpet cleaner to get the smell out, she's going to continuously go over there thinking that's her place to pee. So, whatever. Anyway, continue session.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's fucking cat's bladder's fault. I didn't mean that for that to echo. Sorry.
It was hilarious. Not as hilarious the time you got blackout drunk, but now almost. Kind of close.
I am exiting session. Thank you for everything that you guys done tonight. I will not be remembering that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should stop poking that.
No, I don't care. It's not a bother.
Anyhow, I will
I have
probably be
autism.
busy.
I can't help what I find hilarious. I can't help it.
Alvin will give Bias a pat on the shoulder. I do hope Halloween is fun for you. I've got to go make sure my kid sister doesn't get into any problems or shenanigans.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way upstairs.
With with that dipshit of a promotion we have, gotta make sure he doesn't try to pull anything stupid on a holiday night.
Agreed.
And if you and your buddy Tobias happen to walk by any of his properties and there's a mysterious egging, I am not going to narc.
Bias would grin really wide. He's like, "Oh yes, that might be a thing."
If you want, I can get a box for all your PC parts for you to be able to take with you a little easier. I know I said it was yours, but I didn't exactly provide you a way to get it out of here too easy.
That would help, yeah, because I could definitely use something like that to carry all this stuff down. I'm actually probably gonna stop by my den and then to see Donovan and
You'll
my mom.
definitely want a new computer sometime in the next couple of years before Lestruckneck comes online, which is the vampire internet.
So, but I guess it sounds like Pius and Alvin are heading upstairs and checking in on things. Alvin's got to find a box.
Meanwhile, for right now, you can hear the soft talking of the girls up above you. Maybe. And while you are two still down there, and Ashley and Olivia are the ones upstairs in the room, a car pulls to a smooth halt outside the bagel, but no one can see it. They can just hear it because you'll have the paper thingies down. There is, however, not long later, a knock at the door.
Another one?
Ah, another one. It's a night of visitations, and you will deal with it.
Grand fucking Central.
Ashley's gonna go peek out the front door and see who it is.
Well, standing outside the front door, you will see one Anthony Bell, who is slicking back his somewhat wet hair as he's just kind of tapping his foot, waiting.
She's gonna crack the door open. Is like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I mean, can you, is Alvin here?
Alvin is momentarily busy. But if you would like to wait a moment, I can go get him.
I'm sure it's not a bother. Anthony, you can go wait in the car. Let me on, miss. It'll be fine. Well, Arthur Wayman will say as he just kind of gently but firmly pushes open the door.
Oh, she's gonna hold that door. She doesn't open the door for anyone without Alvin's permission.
Child, you're being incredibly rude tonight.
I'm sorry, sir, but this is not my establishment. This is our,
You're right, it's my child's.
Ashley, that's Alvin's sire. It would probably best to let him in. We've already been told that
Arturo.
we shouldn't be, rude to other people's sires.
Ashley will
At
look
least he's
over.
trying to teach you. Good.
We'll look over at Olivia's like, go get him.
I already planned on it.
Alan, you don't quite hear this, but somehow an internal shudder is going through you.
As she's going downstairs to get Alvin, she says good evening to Arthur and quickly scurries downstairs because she hates Anthony and wants to rip his face off.
Goodness,
And-
is Lyra the only other one of you, of your size, teaching you any manners?
Actually, Mark was teaching her.
He doesn't know that.
I know. She's
And he
learning
has
from
good
Mark.
opinions of Lyra, so I mean, goodness.
Yeah. But she goes downstairs and she tells Alvin that his sire's here with a nasty, brittle ghoul.
Mr. Clenched Cheeks.
Alvin's eyes just kind of roll into the back of his head for a moment as he just lets out a sigh.
Pius's clenched cheeks words go through your ears and then back and forth and take forever to.
That's the only thing that actually brings him back to reality for a second, to be honest.
Olivia is going to stay downstairs.
Olivia, yeah, thank you. Yep.
If
Alvin
Anthony
goes
wasn't there,
upstairs.
she'd be going up there and looking at those drawers.
Y'all and this guy's ass. Which is even...
He's a handsome dude. You chose a really good picture. I'm sorry.
Of course. He's a really fit man. He was in the Union
Fucking
military.
riveting.
Alvin goes upstairs and, just notes the entrance of a suited man.
Ah,
I mean,
Alvin, Mr. Valdreek, as I usually call you, but tonight I shall call you Alvin. My
Arthur.
boy, you have done so damn well. I am so proud of you. He will say as he crosses the room to clasp an arm around his shoulders.
Olivia, might notice, but she's not here. But, Alvin's got this, just tenseness to him. He's definitely putting on that, played smile that, yes, I am definitely
Customer service
doing it.
smile.
Yes.
That scene in Elysium last night. Beautiful. Beautiful boy, beautiful.
Note written.
Longwell's still reeling from that one and will be for quite some time. Well played. I expect you've earned yourself quite the ally, Mr. Maxwell.
I am simply making sure that the way that I see kindred society is being upheld.
And I couldn't be prouder, he says, emphasizing each word with a hefty, meaty pat on the back, which feels more like a slap. But this much, at least, is unintentional.
Understand that Longwell's being a bit of a problem right now, though. I understand that it's my issue to have to deal with, but yeah, got business to attend to with him now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that the first task I gave you is something of a more long-running project, but in light of things, I am willing to consider it a complete success. Your matters and actions in the political sphere have more than proved you capable as my child. So, shall we move on to rewards, dear Alvin?
The
What you
fact that
think?
he uses deer, like, is the thing that actually sends a shudder up his spine.
He doesn't notice it. He's too busy looking at the window, just imagining some future that you can't quite see. What do you want? Property? Blood dolls? Perhaps something more liquid. Assets, I mean, not blood. That's what blood dolls are for. Oh, skilled retainers. I know where you might be able to acquire some. Well, speak up, boy. Speak up.
It's definitely something to consider. There are definitely things that would be useful, all things considered. Hmm.
All thinking it
Yes,
over is probably the better course of action, but you can't blame me for being excited. Years of work finally paying off in all the best ways. You're really moving up in our world.
all things
The prince
considered,
and
considering your own personal rivalry, Jim, I'd say you'd do best to show a kind favor towards his child.
Thomas.
An adept individual would serve quite well within the clan, and has not been given the chance to be properly given a shot.
Yes, not going to lie. I feel like the prince really missed an opportunity there to embrace him himself. Definitely deserved better blood than Longwell's.
That said, some liquid assets would probably be of better benefit. Something to help jettison a few projects that I've got in mind.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I will be sure to take a look at that and get something back to you soon. After I've made sure it's moved through all the proper channels and no one's going to question it. The IRS, even in this life, they're the real vampires.
Nothing is more certain than death and taxes.
Death
And
and
even
tax.
the death is debatable.
Alas, I'm not so old that I can remember Benjamin Franklin. I did meet Lincoln once.
Was that before or after he was beheading vampires? You know, the
When
Civil
was he
War was
beheading
actually a
vampires?
conflict between was actually between him and a sect of
That book
vampiric.
hasn't been written yet. Also, by the way, I will say I actually enjoyed that book. It was a
That
rather
movie was
enjoyable.
hilarious.
I never saw the movie, but the book was actually pretty enjoyable. It was a funny book to read, you know.
I'm sorry, the fact that people were trying to make it so that way Lincoln was trying to save the blood dolls of basically slave plantation owners. Peak. And yes, that is what Alvin was inferring.
Yeah.
Because y'all get to make certain things canon, so Alvin's making this one canon.
Fuck yeah.
Denied. Denied.
See,
At least,
he makes
at least until you run into a hunter that might tell you differently.
he denies me of all my fun, but
Your fun is just really out there. It's like you try and save it and build it up, but it doesn't really build up.
back to being the mundane pillar that moves things forward.
Yes.
Liquid assets. That's all I require. You have yourself a fantastic evening, Arthur. Thanks for dropping by.
What so soon? Come on, child. We can have a celebration. How about you tell me how your coterie is going, like that young girl of Lyra's.
I bet she could do a kickflip with his butt cheeks alone.
Alvin just like deadpan turns to look at Pius as if like
I thought they were down. I thought they were downstairs.
I think
No, he went upstairs.
Oh,
Pius is upstairs. He's been watching this entire affair.
I've been good this whole time.
Flip kick whose butt cheek? What? Ah, Cassandra's not raising them like she used to.
They are all perfectly fine, Arthur. Each special and talented in their own rights. They're not
It's good that
Ventru
you
who
think
are
to tell them that.
they're not Ventru who are meant to conform to stricture and law. They are creative talents that allow for unique expressions and tradesmanship.
Hmm. Well, say what you want to say. I guess I suppose I will be on my way. But again, bravo, Alvin. Bravo.
I'll put it to you this way. Without their uncanny ability in order to be who they are when they need to be and when they want to be, all this would not have arrived the way it did. Your choice of uniformity and tradition and structure does occasionally falter to creative ingenuity.
All the same, you're a startling example of the bloodline of Alexander.
Ooh, have
I'm
you
glad
ever
you're living
egg
up to it.
houses?
Well, I meant what I just said, but your company, child, your company, it needs to improve. And with that, Arthur Wayman will turn to leave.
Eggs,
Go on, Anthony.
Arthur.
We're leaving.
Eggs. One night. And
That
then you probably
it
left.
was he probably left it. Alvin just like it's probably never gonna happen, buddy. I'm sorry. They're too stuffy from back in the day.
We'll throw an egg. We'll figure it out.
And Pius is going to be in so much trouble.
Ugh.
Someone's going to be told on to their mom
Oh, jeez.
about not behaving. Cheeks may get clapped.
Pius did nothing wrong.
You told Arthur his cheeks could what?
I mean, child, darling. We may all be thinking it, but we at least don't say it.
Even Cassandra admits that she can't hold back from the buns of steel that is Arthur. That's funny.
Hey, this is Omeg territory. This ain't canon yet.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go find you that box.
Alvin goes to quest for a box. Ashley got ignored the entire conversation, I think.
She did.
I forgot she was up there, but it makes sense in character for him to kind of ignore her.
Hmm.
He pays Olivia special attention because she's the child of a dear friend of his, but the other two, less so. I mean, he's probably on good, reasonably cordial terms with Cassandra, but Dr. Thorne, Dr. Thorne moved to the city within the last couple of decades.
Beyond that, Ashley just seething in the corner at this stranger who is clearly like not on good terms, or at least not that he knows. Yeah.
Yeah, she went on like this whole like you don't mess with my friend like mode.
Mm-hmm.
She was thinking of boiling some vitae.
We gotta be careful though. These things could rip us in half without even thinking about it. That's why I walk the edge. I don't like poke the bear. I like to just talk shit from afar.
Or she could have stole it. That'd probably been easier. Just swoop.
That said, once the box is retrieved, Alvin will be handing it to Pius, and you
And might
know,
as well go and start packing up the stuff. I was walking down there. He's probably going, I bet you he really could kickflip with his butt, though. Like, really. He sat down on it.
that's the basic premise. Yeah, Olivia. Yep. But think of all the ripples that one action has.
Also, cutting him off from the outside world for 5 years. I mean, there was that. That didn't help.
Alvin is, with the, box given to Pius, gonna kind of look over to Ashley, go, "You good? Do you need anything? How are we feeling?"
I'm feeling fine. I had some angry thoughts. They're in a box now.
Understood. Don't need anything at the moment, then?
No, I think Olivia ran off with my photos, so.
All right.
No, she
Okay.
didn't. She put him back down.
She did?
Okay.
Okay, everyone. Well, actually, it might not require it this time, but people hear Olivia cackling in the basement.
Yep.
Very loudly.
Alvin was planning on heading downstairs to go check on her.
Oh, yeah,
He's just
Pius
You
double-
don't need to go
waiting
check
with
on
the box.
her. You guys can stay upstairs.
Well, Pius has his box now and can actually pack up his PC.
Well, that's
Sorry, I was
fine,
waiting down
but
there.
all
And
because she
then-
goes downstairs doesn't mean she needs to be checked on.
Well, it's Alvin touching base because he checked with, Ashley. He got Pius the box he needed, and he's just getting in touch with you before he
I just
decides to go
realized that
do
was to
something
me.
else.
She's fine. She's cackling loudly. She's fine. No, because when Arthur came in, I don't know if I said it, but she put your photos back down because she saw Anthony and was like, ugh, and needed to go.
That disdain for Anthony is just always going to be funny to him.
Oh yeah, I have plans for him. That little fuck.
No, Alvin's movie buddy, who just maybe called you crazy once.
Oh, he said he doesn't fuck with crazy. She's gonna show why he shouldn't fuck with crazy.
Yes.
All you're doing is reinforcing his belief and making it accurate.
Oh.
You can't
You're
affirm
proving him
reality to
right.
crazy people.
Well, first impressions matter, and he doesn't matter. So
Damn.
Shots fired. Accurate precision. It's because of you.
Why is Ashley panicking?
Was that in character or out of character?
You see nothing. That's what it means.
No, what Nick said.
Nick, in character or out of character?
That was out of character, but Alvin was still be right there because he did just ask how she was doing and like if she needed anything, and I didn't get to go downstairs yet, so Alvin would be watching her frantically looking around the room. You lose something? You said you were repacking your bag.
No, I didn't lose anything. And she's just kind of like looking everywhere. Someone just told me to stay safe, and there's no one else here. Fuck, man.
Was it a voice you recognize?
Was it a voice she recognized? Oh,
It
Higher
was too
being-
distorted.
okay. So, no, it was not. Yeah, I don't think I've ever just outright told you this, but I mean, I did kind of earlier. I can see dead
You did. You
things.
did in the very first session,
Yes.
which is the only other time you used that ability. Yes.
Yep. But yeah. I know I haven't outright said this, except for like way back when we first were figuring out the Fordon Butcher. But yeah, I can hear and see things That probably was that.
Huh.
But apparently I need to be safe.
And apparently I have dead people in this building.
I mean, we're in Seattle. I wouldn't be shocked. There's plenty of dead people around here.
You can't use that meme. It's not out for another 4 years.
I didn't use it in game. I used it in the general chat, which is out of
Man.
character.
I'll fire back on you on that one. That said, yeah, might need to get an exorcism for the bagel then.
Oh, it might just be because of me. I tend to have a lot of them swarm me. Yeah, I haven't figured out all of that yet. It seems like Lucio has an idea, though.
He looks around to see if Pius is still around.
No, I think he went downstairs.
Damn it.
You're stuck.
I'm not an expert on the supernatural
Yeah, I thought Pius and Olivia were
by any
downstairs, and
means,
Ashley and Alvin are up here.
but
Where's Pius back up here?
No, he's downstairs.
he went back downstairs to go pack his PC.
Musical escalator. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really know too much about the supernatural, about the stuff that I see in movies and films, and that's all probably like highly inaccurate. But
You could guide her downstairs.
I mean, Pius is downstairs, and he did say he's got dead people superpowers, so
You can try and see him.
and then Olivia is like the one who sees beyond the veil of all things that can be seen. So I'm gonna say that they're probably your best bet.
I think Olive might have a better chance of seeing it.
But
I think I can.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, then let's.
Let me know if I gotta exercise the Daily Bagel, because I don't think that ghosts are probably, as cool as they sound, might not be good for business.
At least for tomorrow, they'll be fine. After that, you'll want to get it exercised. If there's anything that's kind of stuck to your building, I think this one's stuck to me. I hope not stuck to me. Swear to God, it better not be stuck to me again.
Look, it'd be another Tuesday afternoon for you, right?
I'd be hiding in the chantry until I got it destroyed again. It's not fun.
Well, you got rid of the first ones, therefore I'm confident you get rid of the second one. So hang in there, slugger.
Okay. Well, let's go find Olive. See if she can look at this for me. And if she can't, Pius.
I just picture giving her a little tap on the shoulder, a little
Meanwhile,
slugger.
Yep.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Pia and Olivia. What is going on? Pia. I mean, not Pius. I can't believe I called you Pia. Goodness.
It's his twin sister, Pia.
Pariah. Pius would be just gathering up the components and stuff and just rambling on to Comstock and the Squeaker's in there. He's running off with the food to Comstock about tactics on how he's gonna hit these houses with eggs.
Best part about sending messages to Olivia is that they don't show up in the recording.
This is true.
What?
Good thing I'm not the prophet.
I feel.
Ah.
How dare you
Because
cheat
you know what,
out of
we're
my
finally
content.
going to get to Book 3's Prophetic Dream next session. I've been putting it off because of reasons. But we will, assuming that Olivia is down for it to spend the willpower point, we do have that to look forward to.
Gonna be a dream sequence.
Yup, it's been a while since Olivia's had one of those, so she can have one if she wants one.
That'll be cool.
That's
real
next session. Yeah, there's. You there, Steph?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, just checking.
She's just panicking.
Why is everyone panicking?
Well, she's fucking schizophrenic, and schizophrenics are paranoid.
It's true.
So she has a reason to
They're
panic.
paranoid without those voices whispering those things in your head.
True, but they don't help.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
Well, she's just trying to open the door downstairs and leave.
She opens the door and runs right into Ashley as Ashley's coming down.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that door. I'm talking about the door that Pius usually comes through.
Oh,
The sewer door.
Ashley, you come down to find the sewer door open and Olivia dashing through the sewer entrance, I believe.
Ashley's chasing after her because she shouldn't be going through that door. That she knows of.
Ashley
Pius,
follows suit, I guess.
Pius will glance at them both dashing through the door that he goes through and just goes, "Man, they're gonna smell bad when they get out of there."
I honestly thought that door was locked for some reason. I didn't realize
It
that
is,
it was.
but from the inside. From the inside.
Pius is gonna also get up and start walking their way. Like, he's not gonna race after them. He's just gonna slowly walk their way. Like, he knows the sewer's well enough.
Are you carrying the box?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
If he catches them on the way to his haven, he's gonna invite them in.
Yeah. Alvin is like following Ashley down, so it's like he sees Ashley take off after Olivia, looks to Pius, box in hand.
great. She's gonna fucking trip so that Ashley can just drag her back to the Daily Bagel. Because I thought the door was locked in a different way.
No. It's locked on the inside, which is why Pius keeps running into it from the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, how else would Alan keep the bagel secure from unwanted guests
True.
that aren't Elters?
She's just gonna trip so Ashley can drag her back to the Daily Bagel, and it's not
Alright,
gonna be
that's
a
fine.
chasing.
Can Ashley try to catch her before she falls?
That's up to you. You
Sure.
can catch her, whatever.
Absolutely. Dexterity Athletics, difficulty 7. Actually 8, because you're also trying to catch up to her.
Dexterity, athletics, difficulty 8.
That reroll might end up coming in handy. We'll find out. Time to reroll it, I guess.
Nope. Wasted.
Wow. Wow. Okay, no faith in Ashley there.
A 4 and
She's-
a 2 and a 4 and a 3.
She's strong, not Dex.
No.
Olivia trips face first into sewer muck.
Ooh.
I like to imagine that because it was a 0, she probably fell on top of the dude.
Yeah, but
She
it was a
starts-
failure, not a botch.
Mhm.
She starts repeating what the voice was saying about
Except
basically-
the downside is that almost all of it is fading from your memory along with your panic.
then all she says is flee the dawn,
You just
and that's
now know
about
there's
it.
danger. All you know is something dangerous.
That's fair. She's just doing the worm in the sewers.
Yes. She falls in the smooth segue into a worm.
Wow.
What?
Oh my fucking god.
Ow.
Fucking badass. Oh god. Whoa! Ow!
Man.
Ashley's just
Yeah.
gonna help Olivia get out of the muck and like kind of like try and brush her off. It's like, are you okay?
Olivia just says there's something. Wait, hold on.
You got this.
Sorry,
boy.
your reroll didn't work for you, Ashley.
Yeah, it's fine. I figured might as well try and use it at some point.
She's just panicking and mumbling over and over. There's something dangerous, like she doesn't know what it is. She's but that's all she can really say to you is because she, like Andrew said, doesn't really have the whole memory of what she actually saw.
Well, that's
God damn it.
not great to hear. I just heard someone whisper stay safe, so
Would Pius have gotten up to them by now by walking with his box?
probably.
That
Absolutely, yeah.
that
I
makes
didn't get very
Olivia,
far.
what Ashley just tells her makes her panic even more.
Good thing Ashley's holding her.
Yeah. So wait,
Alvin, they're taking a long time down there.
I heard a sploosh, maybe.
Maybe.
swimming.
Make a perception alertness roll, difficulty 7.
How dare you?
Oh boy. As a player, I think I know what's gonna happen. We're all dying.
You hear the faint sound. You hear the sound of the heavy sewer door opening, and then the sound of splooshing water, and then nothing.
Are y'all
Pius would-
coming back?
We're over here, and he'll shout.
But are y'all coming back?
Olivia's panicking.
I'll get a towel.
Wow. She's just gonna keep saying sunrise silhouettes because she just had a recent thing happen, but that's all she can say.
Do you both have your bracelets on?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see
Olivia.
my home?
Well, Olivia's panicking, so she's not really listening to anybody.
And
You're
Ashley's
gonna have to
in,
drag her.
Ashley's in partial panic mode, so and she's worrying about it, some sort of something being right around them.
I don't think showing them a room filled with zombies is going to go over well right now.
Pius will bend down in front of Olivia and reach into her pocket and grab the pocket watch and put it into her hand and have it dangle in front of her head. It's like, look at this and count.
And she tries to do that, and
One
after
Two
maybe
sunrise, 3 sunrise, 4 sunrise, 5
oh
sunrise.
god, that's not helping.
Actually, it is because you don't know why you should be scared of those anymore. Remember, you've forgotten why you're worried about them.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So it's almost like counting sheep, but not.
Yeah, exactly.
So she'll calm down and clutch the pocket watch closer to her. And then be like, why are we down here?
You were freaking out over something that's going to harm us.
I don't.
Why would anything harm any of y'all? Sheesh.
I know, right? It's not like it's a vampire game.
It was something to do with a sunrise and danger.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I was just coming to see if you or Pius could see anything around me because something was whispering in my ear upstairs.
Do you think it's still with you?
Possibly. I mean, I did have to chase you down.
Do you want me to try to see if it's still there?
Just to be safe. We don't need little whispering spies around here.
I don't know if we should go back upstairs or do it here.
Common sense.
Only for the fact that
Probably go back upstairs. I mean, there's no chance you'd be taking a chance if it followed you down here. Goodness.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, usually spirits don't just like always follow you if it is a spirit or something.
Mhm.
So
Then
yeah.
Ashley will say, let's
Well,
go upstairs.
Olivia can try and make a perception awareness check.
I'd rather do
see
it
the
upstairs where
prospects.
she heard the voice.
Well, Alvin, you see them come back up through, and Olivia is
have
soaking wet
towels.
with sewer sludge.
She's
stinks.
gonna need a shower. Ew. And her clothes washed.
Good thing
And her
you've got
so
a
scrubbed.
laundry down here as well as a shower.
So wait, what am I rolling for?
Perception awareness.
That's right.
Difficulty 7.
Please
So
whip
then
up
open.
your shoes and your ankles and hold the towel around you. There's laundry and linens that can be done, and you can take a shower
You
here.
see no ghosties. If there was a ghostie here, I mean, that's not to say there's no ghosties here. This means you can't see them. Which means they might not be on this side of the veil. Oh, goodness.
Ashley, all I sense is the sewer in my ass crack. I need to go take a shower.
Yes.
Well, at least, yeah, go take a shower. Not going to stop you on that one.
The only problem is I don't have any extra clothes with me, and I don't
There.
know.
Have we figured out how Pius is able to use that shadow plane thing with the dagger?
No, but you do have, I believe, Sepulcher 1 path now, which should let you try and see if there are ghosts about.
That is true. I could use that if you want me to.
Do you offer the girls to check the other side? Or at least this side of the other side? The layers of barriers in the veil are kind of like complicated, not gonna lie. So without going on a spiel about it, let me see. Witness of Death, I believe it's called. Yes.
Oh yeah, I do have witness of death. Yeah.
Crazy how you all are talented in your unique superpowers.
So you can make me a perception awareness roll, difficulty 5.
Okay.
Go bias, go bias.
All right, guys. I'm gonna do something weird. I want you to close your eyes and twinkle your fingers as quick as you can.
Olivia complies.
No.
Even though
Ashley,
she's super smelly.
it's perception and what awareness?
Perception awareness, difficulty 5.
Ashley, you're not twinkling your fingers.
I am not twinkling my fingers.
Please twinkle your fingers.
You owe me a blood bag for this.
Winkle harder.
Come on.
She'll do
Don't
it, but
twinkle your fingers.
now you owe her a blood bag.
All right, here we go.
Congratulations. You see nothing in this room, but as you peek out, the shapes and forms of wraiths nearby becoming visible. You do notice one thing as you peek outside the Daily Bagel through a window. They're all moving away from here, quite fast. Some of them blinking out one at a time as they cross the veil entirely into the Shadowlands. You know you would need something from the Ash Path to be able to see them then.
Pius would use this like really grotesque voice. They're all fleeing the area from the bagel.
That
Oh.
doesn't sound good. What's making them flee?
Some are even flickering out of existence.
Huh? Wait, what?
Hang on, guys. Let me clear my voice again. Pius would say. Some are even flickering out of existence.
We heard that.
Crossing the veil between this place and the next.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm just trying to help.
The Comstock like blurs out.
You can hear Comstock though, because they can't speak with animals.
Yes.
Comstock sort of shrouds himself in his wings like he's some sort of little edgelord.
Yeah, guys. I wonder what's making them flee.
I just said that, but yeah.
Smell.
What would scare them away? Whatever you saw.
I don't know. I didn't see anything other than them running.
These things are what now? Wraiths? I'm assuming.
Yep,
Race of
yep,
ghosts,
just general
yeah.
general wraithly population of Seattle.
So what would scare a wraith?
Or what happened in the shadow planes to make them run.
Yeah, well, if it was in the shadow side, they wouldn't be fleeing to the shadow side. And as you see now, they're crossing the veil entirely into the Shadowlands. So Shadowlands must be relatively safe compared to whatever they think's on this end.
Elias would sigh very deeply, knowing that no matter what happens, he's safe.
I don't know how that logic follows, but sure.
I'll find a way inside. Lynette, please, just do your talk thing now.
Well, if it's anything ghostly related, I'm sure Lynette can keep you safe.
Yes.
I mean, she literally eats ghosts. I mean, she doesn't really have cause to be afraid of them.
Pius would try and think of what might be causing this, but he's drawing a blank on what it could be.
Olivia, do you wish to try and stay out here, or do you wish to dive into the shower Alvin's offered?
Probably the shower. I don't think there's anything else she can offer or do.
Alvin being jealous of y'all's superpowers when he can literally rewrite someone's entire life history.
Ooh, rewrite mine.
Yeah, it's forgetful memory. It can go from like you temporarily erasing or altering things to basically eventually working on their entire life story.
Make it seem like I had a lobotomy and I just walk around going brains.
I didn't even realize there was a fetish for that from that angle, but sure.
No! Oh man. Okay, Libby's dying in the shower.
Hmm.
You ain't gonna interrupt me unless you're gonna fucking walk through the bathroom. Then we'll have a problem. Death by showerhead.
I hope she doesn't have any of those light nooses. Light nooses. I'm sorry. Can't speak.
Not tonight. Maybe another night.
Good.
Ashley was very tentative, yeah, whatever, to make sure that Olivia could not make one. So. Wait, hold on. Again, why is this in chat? There's a shower and laundry set up downstairs. I can take off soon so as to not interrupt you. I will also need a place of residence to send you a package later. Well, I don't have a fucking place of residence, so you're gonna
Yes,
send
you
it.
do. We worked on
I
that, remember?
wait, what?
Didn't we work on that? Like, don't you actually have a haven that's outside of the Sire's place?
She did not officially get it in game. That was just talked about.
Oh, I thought it kind of happened during the month-long time skip. I'm sorry.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think we.
It was
decided
never
on that.
mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can
think
add
about
that
it
in
happening.
next session or the session after that.
And Olivia doesn't
Sorry.
want to tell anybody about her
I'll add
haven
it next to Ashley's family tree for things that I need to get done for side story bits next session.
Yeah, it's all good.
I sneezed so hard. Ow.
I didn't need to hear that. Thank you.
That hurt.
Just send it
Okay.
to
Well,
Lyra.
before we like collapse into a pile of giggles, I should probably end the session here then. As the night starts to draw to a close, and well, all our
Oh,
threatening
Alvin's
over
heading out,
ghosts and
so.
something. Yep, and Alvin's heading out. Yep, presumably to do more paperwork stuff to get everything filed and tucked away for his new alternate identity. Yes. Maybe
Oh
get a
no,
car.
this time is heading out to arrange for tomorrow's engagements.
Ashley, are you
All
going
right.
back to the chantry?
I have to go back to the chantry. I'm not allowed out after a certain time.
You have a few hours left, but basically just in the planning channel on Discord, just say what you do with the rest of the night. I'll let you know if you can't, but you should probably be fine as long as you're not doing something out there.
Will you hand this note to Tobias when you go back home?
She'll take it, pocket it, if I see him.
Pius does like a little ka-chow arm motion and heads back into his warrens.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, he's going. Yeah, he's going to the warrens. He's not going to his den. He's going to see his family.
Yeah, probably good. Probably got you to give them another night or two before you start going back to your haven. Yeah.
Yes, I did promise Mother and Cassandra that. I mean,
Maybe this
Belle.
time she won't chain you to the wall.
Hi. Well, we'll see.
Ah. As Comstock lands on your shoulder, you realize that he has fashioned a little paper crown out of the leftover crafting materials. It doesn't have anything written on it because he doesn't know how to write. And you shouldn't ask how he knows how to make a little paper crown. But you know it's from the paper football.
I should look over and be like, "You're right. You're right," and I'll admit it. You don't even have to say words. You're right.
As everyone makes their way to various places, the only question is, where is Olivia going? She's the only one that hasn't said.
I guess she's gonna just stay here for the night. She's gonna take a shower and wash her clothes and wear whatever the hell Alvin has down there.
Is she
It's not even
allowed
a
to
proper
go to the
sleepover
warrens?
because Alvin's going somewhere else. Non-Nosferatu are generally not allowed in the Warrens, aside from exceptions.
I mean, if everyone else is splitting off and like going to leave Olivia to her lonesome here, Alvin will like hold off on taking off because he's not just gonna like
Mm-hmm.
he can lock up shop or like make sure that people get where they want to go, but it's one of those like
I would want to get a pass to go. Down.
especially
Do I have to ask?
considering the fact that Olivia recently panicked and everyone else is like heading over to where they plan to go, then he could make sure that she's at least like taken care of before dipping out. She'll just have the basement to herself until she's ready to like dip out then.
To answer Pius's question, you don't know, but your sire Donovan might know.
Okay.
That will be a matter for next time. And as we bring this to a close, I will not ever forget about experience, I hope. Because if I do, it means I'm mentally unstable and need to be hospitalized. So, just remember that if I stop doing that ever. 1 XP base, 1 XP for roleplay. Time for learning experience. This was a largely fluff session, but there might still be some learning experience. So we will start with Olivia. What did Olivia learn tonight?
She learned a little bit about Pius, well, as much as he gave her, his past, and that apparently Cassie's a mage.
Mages are real, yes. Very well, I will allow that one. Just once, though. No more, oh crap, that thing's real. For going forward, probably. I can think of a couple of things where you could say that, and I'd allow it once you find out about them, so depends. Okay, so moving on. Next up is Alvin. What did Alvin learn tonight?
Dinosaurs were dragons.
Yes.
Yes, Alvin learned that. Apparently, reality is shaped by belief. Who would have thunk it? What did Ashley learn tonight?
That
You could use the same thing. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not going to track
No, it's mine. She can't have it. You penalize everyone else.
Goodness gracious. That the Tremere, I mean, she'd probably know this a little bit, but I'm not sure what extent she would know. But the Tremere have.
The Tremere apparently used to be mages, yes.
Yeah, like, and they had, and the mages currently do not like the Tremere, so they're kind of screwed on both sides. Kindred don't trust them.
Absolutely.
Mages don't trust them. Just nobody trusts them.
Absolutely. +1 for Ashley. Pius, what did Pius learn tonight?
Pius learned that human mages are pretty scary and they can like read minds and Not only that, he learned that. Oh god, I had it in my head when Alvin was speaking, and then I lost it because dragons are real or whatever really made me laugh. I can't remember. I'll just stick with the mage
Was
one.
it
I
butt
had
cheeks?
a secondary.
Okay.
No, it wasn't butt cheeks. It was something else that he had learned. But
Is it the fact
Alrighty.
that a mortal can read your mind?
that might have no, that wasn't it. That is cool though. I could have used that.
Oh, alrighty. +1 for each of you, so that puts you all at 3. MVP, Pius, who's your MVP?
Alvin, because touche for the bolt.
Touche for the what?
Throwing the bolt at the table and hitting it and finding out where Pius was when I hid.
Okay. Ashley, who's your MVP?
I think Pius for his little football game with Comstock. That was kind of cute.
Right, 1 vote Alvin, 1 vote Pius. Alvin, who's your MVP?
This one's gonna go to Pius, particularly because I like the fact that he continues to be that nice little steadying force for Olivia. Bringing out the pocket watch and kind of getting her to, count and, restabilizing her. He's done that twice, actually, a couple times at this point for, both Ashley and Olivia. So
Indeed he has.
it's been nice to see.
An oddly humanizing bit for the least human among you. Olivia, who's your MVP?
Arthur Wayman's butt.
Yes, kick flipping up and down the streets.
I'm afraid Arthur Wayman's butt is not applicable, nor is Mr. Wayman himself.
Damn it. Ashley, because she let Olivia faceplant.
Yes, she let you faceplant in sewage. It's not like she had a reroll she could have tried. Oh wait, she had one.
Okay, she can't
She
be
just felt that,
Spider-Man all
too.
the time.
Sewage still wanted a smooch.
Honestly, I would give you all my MVP points, like everybody.
We know you would.
Hey, I
Okay, I
offer
mean,
this every session. MVP points for everyone. Everyone's equal in my eyes.
yes. In any case, that will be 3 for everyone except Pius, who will take home 4. Hope everyone had fun as we end the filler phase and move back on into the hardcore stuff of a book. Starting with stalking Alvin's sister next session.
We're not stalking.
Yes.
We are stalking.
It sounds
We are
like we're
being
stalking.
vigilant.
We are stalking.
And we
If
have
Ashley's
stalkers
stalking
in
her
our group.
ex, you're stalking your
Yeah, we
sister.
have 2 stalkers in our group.
And a voyeur.
And a voyeur in the form of Olivia. And voyeurs are basically stalkers in a way.
Like where once Pius was looked at as the mischief degenerate amongst mortals,
Yeah.
he is now the clean one that does no
You
wrong.
Pius might look the weirdest and the ugliest, but the others are internally the weirdest.
Yes.
Oh, what? Fuck it. We're just gonna let the mortal die. What do I need to care anymore?
Nope, we're following her. And we will egg houses along the way.
So it would seem.
Let's
Good
sigh.
luck, you all. Good fucking luck. You might need it.
Yeah.
I do
Lots
want
of
to point out I am appreciating the step up for Olivia's mania popping up.
Not mania, it's schizophrenia. Those are 2 different things.
I'm sorry.
He's not bipolar.
Or manic. It's schizophrenic.
Manics.
You're right.
Mania deals with euphoria and it's a high sense of state. That's bipolar, that's not schizophrenia.
It's just also mixed with the Madness Network, which
Gotcha.
adds other things.
True. I'm just anal about that.
Schizophrenia is like hallucination and all that crazy shit.
Like
I hear
bipolars
ya.
and schizophrenics do have delusions of grandeur. They do share that, but I don't think mania is one of them. That's usually depressive, like depressive stuff.
Fair enough.
If you're like
But
schizophrenic, you'll like
just,
get like
just,
straight up phone
just to
calls that'll
confirm,
say crazy shit, and like you just hear stuff, you imagine things. Like it's not just like voices; it's a lot of stuff. There's tweaks. There's like
Which-
ticks to it.
Which one of the things that I haven't led to, the whole reason why Olivia wants to save everyone is because she has a brand new of savior. So
Mhm.
that's why she's so needs to save everybody.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It's just not in
that
the Jesus
said,
way.
That said, just to confirm, would you be down for spending a willpower point for a prophetic dream next night?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
What?
Cool.
And on my sheet it says I'm at 107. Do I have more or less than that?
We have more because I've not updated since 427. So
Oh wow, you got a lot of updating to do. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
You
2
want to buy
sessions
something.
and some extra credit.
yeah, it's not that crazy.
Uh,
I got
Man, my
it.
self-control is pretty high up there.
Mm-hmm.
Steph,
Yep.
I have a message for you, apparently.
Why is
Huh?
my humanity back
Um,
up again?
Ah, shit, now I can't remember his name. Ashura says,
Yeah.
stop being gay.
2, 3, 4.
Wait, who?
Skylar.
Sky, there we go. Thank you. My brain just farted out. Skylar says, stop being
In any
gay.
case, I need to hop off,
Yes.
so I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
You
Later.
too.
See ya.
Bye.